Deep in the heart of Mexican folklore lies a tale that has chilled generations to the bone. The story of La Llorona, the weeping woman. It begins not with fear, but with love, and a terrible tragedy by the river's edge. Her name was Maria, a woman of unparalleled beauty who thought she had found the perfect love. But love can turn to poison. Betrayal drove her to madness, and in a fit of despair, she committed the unthinkable. Now, she is doomed to wander the earth for eternity, crying out for the children she lost. Ay, mis hijos. They say she wanders the riverbanks to this day, her white dress stained with the mud of centuries. She searches endlessly, desperately, for the sons she drowned in her madness. Children are warned, be home before dark. If you hear her weeping, it may already be too late. If you hear her cries, run. Don't look back, just run. For if she mistakes you for her own, she will drag you down into the watery depths forever. There are those who claim to have seen her up close. Tales whispered by those lucky enough to survive. One traveler, late on his way home, saw a figure in white standing by the roadside. Thinking she was a woman in distress, he approached to offer help. A fatal mistake. But when she turned, it was not a face of flesh she saw, but the visage of death itself. He ran until his lungs burned, the sound of her unearthly wailing following him all the way to his door. He survived that night, but the sound, the weeping, never left him. But the most terrifying tale comes from a young boy named Mateo, who didn't believe the old legends. Mateo laughed at the warnings. On a dare, he snuck out to the forbidden riverbank at midnight. The air grew cold. The crickets stopped chirping, and then silence, followed by a low, mournful wail. She was coming for him, gliding over the water, her weeping echoing in his very soul. He turned to flee, but his legs felt heavy as stone. The cold breath of the ghost was on his neck, just as her cold, wet hands brushed against his shoulder. The village church bell rang out, breaking the spell. He never laughed at the legends again. Centuries have passed, but the legend of La Llorona remains as strong as ever. Generations come and go, empires rise and fall, but her grief is eternal. Some say she is a monster to be feared. Others say she is a victim of her own broken heart. But one thing is certain, you should never ever walk by the river alone at night. For La Llorona is always watching, and she is always weeping. Good night.